So far, we've talked about how to use Alt keys quite a bit, but there are other kinds of access keys to know about. The first one is F6. F6 switches focus from the worksheet to the status bar, to the ribbon, and then back to the worksheet. When the focus is on the status bar, you can use the arrow keys and Enter to change the view or zoom level. If you think of F6 as the key for switching between areas of Excel, it'll be easy to remember the variations. Shift F6. If you're working with a split worksheet, you can quickly switch between the sections by pressing Shift F6 and F6. You probably know how to switch between worksheets using Control Page Up and Page Down. But if you want to switch between open workbooks, press Control F6. In the first course, we taught you that Control-Shift-L adds filter buttons to a header row. But how do you access the filters without a mouse? Hold down the Alt key and then press the down arrow. Release the Alt key and use the arrows to select an option. Select or clear checkboxes using the spacebar. It's just like working in a dialog box. If you're into saving time, you no doubt use the right-click menu. But how can you do that without a mouse? Easy. Press Shift F10. Then use the arrow keys and Enter to select an option. Another one to know about is F2. You already saw how to use F2 to enter edit mode with a formula. But F2 is also useful when you're creating a formula in a dialog box. For example, locate a function using the access keys for working in dialog boxes. Then press Enter. Now, to select a range for the argument, press F2, and the focus switches to the worksheet. Use the arrow keys to select the first cell in the range, press Shift, and expand the selection to the last cell. Then press Enter. If you use the function library to insert a formula, F2 works the same way. Press F2 to switch focus to the worksheet and locate a cell. Then press Tab or Shift Tab to switch between arguments. Then press Enter. In fact, F2 works in any dialog box in which you need to add cell references, like this one for editing conditional formatting rules. You've seen how to access just about any button or menu without a mouse, but there are a few that you can't get to directly, like this menu that opens when you right-click a Sheet tab. Well, if you need the commands on this menu, you can find them by pressing Alt. Then go to the Home tab and open the Format menu. For example, you can press R to rename a worksheet, or press M to move or copy selected worksheets to an open workbook. Select the workbook, choose where you want to place the worksheets, create a copy if you want, and press Enter. In this course, you learned how to get around in Excel using access keys instead of a mouse. If you haven't already, take Excel 2010 Keyboard Shortcuts 1 to find out how to work faster using key combinations. If you want a printable list of all keyboard shortcuts, see the quick reference card at the end of this course.